Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Talkin Wrasslin podcast with your host, the macho-loving, cornet carny, little munchkin Denny Vale. And the Jacksonville wrestling fan, whose favorite wrestlers, of course, are forever and always will be the Young Bucks, Lyssie Vale. Together, these two give a retrospective of the week in the professional wrestling world throughout all promotions across the world. So let's jump into this week's episode. Oh my God!
Hello. Hopefully our mic stand holds up for the entire duration of this episode, because my fucking God, I am gripping it like life depends on it right now. Hello, welcome to Talkin Wrasslin. I'm your host for the week, Lyssie, that's me, and I'm joined with my co-host, Dylan. Say hello to the people, Dylan.
Haktua.
Alright, this episode's already off to a bad start. That's Dylan, and yeah, we're going to talk about wrestling stuff today, as we always do.
And it took literally 2 seconds for 2K24 to freeze.
So Dylan has decided that it's the most sane thing to do, that while we're recording this episode, instead of having just like a random wrestling match on in the background, to get some stuff done on 2K24, which has been causing him problems ever since he downloaded the DLC.
And it's been a fucking nightmare.
Not sure if it's the PS4, not sure if it's just 2K, or if it's a combination of the both. But he has not been happy about it. So he decided it would be a great fucking idea to just do it while we're doing this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like 3 attempts. If it keeps fucking doing shit, I'm just gonna give up and probably never play the game again.
See, Ghost is already here about to like fuck up with your controller, so
because this
he's
shit,
even saying this is a bad idea.
This shit is getting ridiculous. 2K24 has become so unplayable like 2K20 did at that time, where the game just keeps crashing and it just keeps giving problems. And it's like, you think like when they have a DLC, they would fucking fix shit, but no, they don't. It's a fucking nightmare. It takes forever to load anymore. And like, honestly, I'm just waiting for my PS4 to fucking explode.
So yeah, this is gonna be one of those episodes, it seems like.
Yes.
Yeah, alright, cool. Anyway, let me give a rundown of what we got going on. It's pretty much the usual. We're gonna talk about some stuff that happened in the wrestling world this week. Like news-wise, documentary-wise, I think. No, no documentary-wise. Well, yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. There is documentary stuff that we're talking about.
There wasn't no A&E. Well, there was an A&E Legends, but you guys gotta wait until next week.
Yeah, we missed that one. We'll also be talking about Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown, Forbidden Door. We have the flashback match of the week, and then the wrestler of the week. But to start all of this off, Dylan, how has your week been?
It's been okay. I mean, last week was pretty okay, but this week started off with a bang because Lyssie got me my birthday present.
Yes, we just actually got back now from retrieving the birthday present because I had it shipped to my dad's house because I wanted to make sure it got there safe and sound. Dylan, what was your birthday present?
It was a 2-pack of Misawa and Kawada from Pro Wrestling Noah Destiny 2005.
Yes, it was.
It's fucking cool.
Came all the way from Tokyo, Japan.
Here's the pictures.
Oh, all right. Well, pictures are up, or pictures up, whichever one I put up. But yeah, all the way from Tokyo, Japan. Got here super fucking fast, so I gotta leave that guy a good review. I ordered it off of eBay from a user, I believe the name was Tokyo Mart. Super nice person, super fast shipping, and sent us a little note that said thank you with an origami frog on it.
Yes.
So absolutely adorable and precious, and I love that so much. So yeah, super happy about that. Anything else interesting happen in your week aside from the best birthday present you've ever received in your entire life? Not to put myself on a pedestal, but
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I don't know if I'm missing anything.
Not that I can think of.
I don't really think so.
No?
No. I think everything... Yeah, really nothing.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
All right. You gonna ask me about my week, Dylan?
Let's see. How was your week?
My week was a roller coaster.
Was it really?
A fucking roller coaster.
And why is that?
Let me fucking tell you. So I have beef. And not the kind our roommate's making on the stove right now. I have beef with Saraya and Ronnie Radke and now Blair White, all within the span of like 3 days.
Why are we talking about them?
Because it's the only exciting thing that happened my whole week. Otherwise, it was just boring work and work and work and work and work.
Man, I
won't talk too much about it. I'll give a little bit of rundown for people who might not know.
Because I can't say the things I want to say about them on the podcast because they'll cancel me.
They're canceling you.
Shut the fuck up, Ronnie Radke. You know what, Ronnie Radke? Go unalive yourself.
Well, that's a little extreme now, isn't it?
Okay, you fucking tell me the shit that he's done that's not extreme.
Yeah, no.
Because he fucking deserves what I just fucking said to him. I don't care. I'm bullying you. Oh, fuck you, Ronnie. Fucking rodent Racky.
Rodent Racky. No, so I genuinely think that this whole fucking situation is hilarious. So basically, for those who don't know what exactly had happened, I made a video, I guess to kind of back up a little bit more. Saraya made a video responding to somebody on TikTok who, in her original video, she didn't tag who it was, like she didn't directly like stitch from said person, I don't believe. At least I couldn't find them, unless she did, and the person ended up like removing their account. But basically responded back to somebody saying like, from what I can gather from the video, that, Ronnie's consistently gone after like trans people and non-binary people and is consistently harassing them, bullying them, causing problems for them, yada yada, the whole 9 yards of everything that everybody already fucking knows that he does. And Saraya...
that's why I think my comments that I just said stands.
Saraya decided to respond to this person, go off and say like, Ronnie's done more for the LGBTQ community that you ever had. And she tried to play the thing off as like a joke and being like, oh, and he'd never make me make a video like this. And then Ronnie's like behind her with like a fucking hammer or something. Which, damsel in distress domestic violence is a funny thing that we should be talking about with Ronnie Radke, also considering he was arrested back in 2012 for domestic violence against his ex-girlfriend at the time.
And he was arrested before that.
He's been arrested a lot, but, domestic abuse jokes are funny, and so is, making mockery of trans people who legitimately exist, and their own existence within itself is enough of a statement against people that want them fucking dead this day and age. Quite literally want fucking trans people dead. So yeah, being alive and speaking your mind about it is a fucking stance and is doing something for the community, because it's giving you that fucking ability to actually speak out about the problems and be, I'm here, I'm queer, so fucking come after me, I guess, because I'm still fucking standing, bitch. But nonetheless, I responded to Saraya's video with a stitch telling her to shut the fuck up, and that it's basically like, I don't understand how she still has a fucking job, because she has consistently supported and defended and backed her boyfriend, Ronnie Radke, who is notoriously known for being a piece of fucking garbage, and is notoriously known for consistently going online, whether it be on TikTok or Twitter or whatever it might be, and, harassing fucking trans people and trying to fucking make a mockery out of them. And, her whole response back is basically, well, no, he's donated and he's still done stuff for the community. And it's like, yeah, he could donate money and use it as a fucking tax write-off. The issue that stands here is like, I'm not going to fucking sit here and say that if Ronnie Radke said something like 15 years ago or whatever, that might have been like off color and offbeat, but as the time has gone on, he has progressed and changed and shown that that's not the person he is anymore, then that would be a completely different fucking story. But that's
Ronnie's just been fucking
terrible since the beginning.
Terrible since day fucking. There's a reason why he got kicked out of Escape the Fate.
There's a reason that he had to make a song basically saying everyone's trying to cancel him. Like
the whole. No one know that the whole concept of Falling in Reverse started when he was sitting behind fucking bars?
Yeah. Yeah, no. So
he wrote the whole first album in jail?
So basically, that's not what has happened. What has happened is Ronnie has continued to go down this fucking shit path of shit thoughts and shit ideologies and shit behavior, and has just consistently gone worse as time has gone on, and thinks, he's some fucking grandiose fucking savior. When quite literally every single person and their mother, unless you are a person like Ronnie Radke, thinks that Ronnie Radke's a piece of fucking shit and knows that Ronnie Radke's a piece of fucking shit.
I don't even think Ronnie Radke's mother likes him.
Probably not. But along with that, Ronnie decided to respond to my TikTok, and I wasn't able to find it on TikTok. I don't know if it got taken down. I don't know if he deleted it, or I also don't know if you can do this on TikTok, if he just blocked me from seeing it. Because I could see his other videos, I just couldn't find that one.
Supposedly, Ronnie is known for, like, making tweets.
Like tweet and delete?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so it wouldn't shock me if he did that on TikTok as well.
But he posted it on Instagram, and someone tagged me in it on Instagram. I don't know who the fucking person was, but I woke up to a notification on Instagram from this person tagging me, basically saying, like, why did you delete your video, and tagged me. And I'm like, I didn't fucking delete my video. I don't delete videos. I never fucking delete videos, because I stand on what I stand on. So I'm like, that's fucking stupid. So I went to TikTok, and my video got taken down for, like, the community guidelines shit. It was like, bullying and harassment and whatever.
Ronnie got upsetty.
I mean, I'm sure him and, like, his fucking fan base were just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go report this now because you're saying mean things to Saraya and to Ronnie. So I wasn't able to, like, even check the comments on the video or anything like that. I couldn't do fucking anything on it, so I had no idea what was going on. Well, I mean, I kind of knew, like, obviously Ronnie responded to me, so I'm like, okay, well, people are probably over here, like, saying some shit to me, so whatever. But I don't know what these fucking people are saying because I can't see the fucking comments. So I appealed the video got put back up. And that's when I found out that on that video, Saraya commented on it, and she was popping off, just being like, well, what have you done for your community? What have you fucking done for your community? When Ronnie's hired people that are queer, and he's, like, done this other stuff with, like, queer people. It's like, okay, first of all, hiring somebody, because they're queer, first of all, I'm pretty sure in most states, and I could be incorrect about this statement, but I'm assuming in most states, it is illegal to discriminate against people based off of their sexual orientation when you're hiring them.
Unless you're in Florida and Texas.
Yeah, so unless you're in Florida or Texas, which I don't know where the fuck Ronnie lives, then
probably LA.
That's illegal. You kind of can't do that. I mean, not that necessarily. I guess Ronnie is, not afraid of the law, I guess.
Well, yeah.
So, like, that's like the bare fucking minimum of doing, like, oh, he hired people and put them in our music video. And a lot of things that people, which we'll get to Blair in a second.
Which, mind you, Ronnie, for the people that listen to this, like the 12 people that listen to this, I do not want to go and fucking put myself through hell of listening to Falling in Reverse or watching any of the music videos. But Ronnie supposedly said that he had Jeffree Star in a music video, and I don't remember. Like, I'm a former emo kid. I don't fucking remember seeing Jeffree Star in a Falling in Reverse music video. So if I'm missing something, please send the link because I just want to know. And also, that's just another thing. Jeffree Star.
I mean, so...
Enough said.
Yeah, Jeffree Star is not someone you want to be fucking backing with, and that's what he said in, like, his response. First of all, also, his response video was him just calling me ugly and being like, well, what about all those times with Jeffree Star? Which, I don't remember if it was, like, a music video or if he was saying, like, touring with... Because I could definitely have seen him touring with Jeffree Star.
I think he said I had Jeffree Star in music videos before.
But even so, you're now talking about the guy who's also well known to... not only just cause a bunch of fucking drama in anything that he fucking touches, but also has denounced non-binary people very, very publicly. So that's not really someone that, I mean, again, aligns with his beliefs. But basically, the one thing that people took and ran with was in the video, I was like, okay, so you're saying that Ronnie putting 2 trans women in his music video is doing something to conservative trans women? And a lot of people took the whole conservative trans women thing and just decided to fucking run with it. And a lot of people were saying, like, oh, just because they're conservative, like, denounces their transness. And no, it doesn't denounce the fact that they're trans. Never said it denounces the fact that they're trans. What I'm saying is that conservative trans people or conservative LGBTQ plus people are a fucking anomaly to me because they're fucking voting for the party
it makes 0 sense.
that is consistently trying to strip rights away from them. And once that party finally gets what they want and turns on them, they're not going to be able to sit there and be like, oh, well, you know, you think I'm still cool, right? Like, I'm one of the cool ones. They're going to be like, no, we still want you dead. Like, we still want you fucking dead, and we want to take all your rights away, and we don't want you to be a fucking person. And you are consistently voting with those people and, like, you know, rooting for those fucking people who don't want anything to do with you. And if anything, they're actually taking you as like the token trans person to just be like, oh, look, we're not homophobic because we like this one trans person or this one gay person that believes with that aligns with our beliefs. So we're going to use them as like our fucking prop trophy type thing. And so on and so forth. And then they're going to fucking backstab you. And that's exactly how it's going to fucking go. But anyway, because Ronnie posted my video and decided to try and roast me, which I really would have thought that from a fucking lyrical genius like Ronnie Radke, he would have been a little bit more creative with his insults instead of just call me fucking ugly and say that I look like I smell, which, like, sure, fine, whatever, buddy. It's 100 fucking degrees out. I'm sure we're all fucking sweaty and a little fucking stinky right now, but sure, whatever. Really thought that he was going to come up with something a little bit more creative. He didn't. Actually, the people in his comments were doing a better job than he was, so I did get a good laugh out of some of those. Some of those were pretty funny. But because he reposted the video or shared the video or talked or whatever, Blair White ended up putting it in one of her videos, which I didn't watch.
And who's Blair White, for the people that don't know?
Blair White is one of the conservative trans women that Ronnie Radke put in his new music video. She has a YouTube channel, and she talks a lot about like LGBTQ and trans issues through a conservative lens, which is just kind of a disaster. She does a lot of redirecting and misdirecting points, and she does a very good job at continually like twisting words or taking certain specific things that people will say and just focusing in on that standpoint and just kind of manipulating into a way that she wants it to be perceived.
She does it for clicks.
Which, honestly, like, I'll at least say this much to Blair, like, she should probably run for fucking president or something with how good she is at doing that shit.
No.
Like, no, I know, but what I'm saying...
Let's not even get into the debate, by the way. Star rating on the debate, it was a dud rating, half a star.
Honestly, I genuinely think Blair White would be able to do a better job at a debate than that fucking shit show. Because at least she has, like, enough in her brain to make a point.
I've seen backyard wrestlers do better promo battles.
But no, like she's very good at talking in a way that makes things like kind of reflect in her light better than others. Which I guess is fair enough. Like, she's an entertainer and she's been doing it for fucking years, so she knows how to do it now.
But she's not a sports entertainer.
No, she's not a sports entertainer.
So that's an L in my book.
But I didn't see the video. I don't know what she said. The most I did see was somebody tagged me in a clip on TikTok, and the most that I got out of it was she was going off about how, I guess, Ronnie put her in the music video as like the sheriff of, I guess it was like a Western theme, and he made her like the sheriff of the town or whatever, and she was talking about how it's a very empowering role and how most people, and quote unquote, if I'm not mistaken verbatim, people like me always want it to be like a diminished role or like a disrespectful role or something. You're basically like out to be a victim or something. Again, I never fucking said that. The most I said about it was the fact that he put 2 conservative trans women in his music video. I never said that I want it to be a, diminishing role or that it was supposed to be like demeaning or anything like that. So that just shows you like the way that she likes to misconstrue things. But yeah, nonetheless, it has been very eventful and very funny to me that my little rant about Saraya being annoying and how I think she needs to shut the fuck up and stop defending her fucking boyfriend so goddamn much has snowball effect into this. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And that's the most exciting thing that's happened my week because, again, otherwise, it has just been work and work and work and work and work. So nothing. Work. Oh, and also that was another thing. People were trying. Someone in Ronnie's comments were like, "Oh, well, can't we get her fired for harassment?" And Ronnie was like, "Yeah, you could." And I'm like, first of all, my boss will never fire me for something like that. He probably thinks that this is funny. Second of all, this isn't harassment. I made one video about it.
Oh my god, you're harassing a guy that's famous. Who gives a fuck?
I made one video about a guy that's famous and his girlfriend in response to a public video that she made harassing somebody else, and then she decides to get her boyfriend involved, and then she goes into my comments to start harassing people in my comments and harassing me in my comments, and then Ronnie decides to post to try and belittle me, and then continues to engage harassment in his comments, and then manifested over to Blair White to have her fans start bothering me about it. So, like, realistically speaking, who's harassing who at this point? Because I made one video about it. Well, actually, technically, now I made two in response to someone who was like, Blair cooked you, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about Blair White.
That's also the funny thing. People don't know what cooking is.
They don't know what cooking is, and they also don't know what harassment is. I'm like, I made one video, and now there's thousands of people being like, you're harassing these people. I'm like, what do you think you're doing, sweetheart? Bothering me on a fucking, what was it, Friday? Bothering me on a Friday night when I'm trying to watch SmackDown? What? But anyway.
To end this all, Rodent Rocky's a piece of shit. Fuck him. The day that he's unalive will be the greatest day ever. And Saraya just should get fired from AEW and get the fuck out of the wrestling business and fucking just go away forever. Because fuck her.
Just a little disheartened of the whole thing about Saraya, because again, like, growing up, I fucking loved Paige. Like, I was so fucking happy when she showed up.
Mercedes Moné can do the same thing that she did a few years ago. I'm just saying. I was just really disheartened about it because I was so happy when Saraya showed up. I understand accidents happen in the ring, but we can make it happen again.
Can I make my point?
Sorry, I'm just saying.
But I was very, very, very excited. Like, I fucking cried when she came out because I loved Paige growing up. I loved her so fucking much. And then to just see, like, how much of, like, a shitbag she ended up turning into was just one of those things of just, like, you know, it sucks to find out who you're, who like, these celebrities that you look up to really are type of thing. Like, don't meet your heroes type of thing. And, I mean, granted, thankfully, I never met her. But nonetheless, to cap it all off, my week was pretty boring aside from this entertainment that I've had for like the past couple of days. So if you were a part of it and, you know, somehow ended up like late to the game and showed up here as I'm talking about this, go cry me a river if you're on Blair's side or Ronnie's side or Saraya's side. And if you're not on their side, well, you know, thanks for coming through the trenches with me, I guess. I have no idea.
This is why I just watch Kickball Dad videos on TikTok, because Kickball Dad is my homie. Kickball
Dad seems to be the most unproblematic person on fucking TikTok, so, you know, that's...
I don't fucking do anything on TikTok anymore. It's fucking bullshit. I hate social media.
Anyway, aside from that, because we've gone on about it for long enough...
Can we finally get into the wrestling?
We're gonna get into wrestling.
Thank God. I can't believe I'm saying that. I want to talk about wrestling, actually.
First thing on today's agenda, 10-bell salute, rest in peace to Sika.
Man, what a loss.
Passed away earlier this week.
What a loss.
I feel really bad for Roman, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's Roman's dad.
Yeah.
Pretty much one of the leaders of the bloodline with Alpha. Mm-hmm. Very legendary and just very sad and sucks.
Well, do you know if it was from like an illness?
I don't know, but I think he was ill. I'm not too sure. He's also old. But
yeah, I mean he's been getting up there in age, so you know.
I don't know what the cause of it could have been.
Still doesn't you know, make it any easier for wrestling fans and friends and family alike to be able to digest. So
yeah,
rest in peace to Sika. Moving on. Jesus fucking Christ. Why did you have to put these two things fucking back to back?
Because it just blends well.
I'm gonna read this verbatim. Vince Russo said bro 353 times, according to Vice, during this 4-hour interview for Who Killed WCW, in which we will also be talking about the final part of Who Killed WCW.
Bro, it's a television program, bro. This is what we're going to do, bro. We're going to take Judy Bagwell, bro, and put her on a forklift, bro, and have a Judy Bagwell on a forklift match, bro. And then after that, bro, hear me out, bro. I don't want to lie, bro. We're going to have a battle royal, bro, but we're gonna do it in reverse, bro. And TNA, bro, it doesn't stand for total nonstop action, bro. It stands for something else, if you catch what I mean, bro.
Can you shut up? Can you shut the fuck up? Please. For the love of God. Shut the fuck up.
Since I'm going on Community Creations, I'm going to humor myself for a minute.
Are you looking up Vince Russo?
I'm going to see if someone made a Vince Russo.
God.
I'm not going to download it.
Well, let's talk about the final part of Who Killed WCW, which, it was pretty much just capping everything off.
Yeah,
they were talking about the final days and everything.
I got to close this door quick.
And the light.
Yeah.
And then once the final days had hit, kind of, I don't want to really say I guess a little bit about what came afterwards. And then it was just kind of, the whole Jesus Christ, Dylan. The whole final of who do you think killed WCW?
Which, I mean, everyone had a different answer and everything, which we'll get into in a second here. But I think this was the best episode out of all four of them, because I'm a sucker for behind the scenes footage stuff that's unreleased from 20 years ago. So it was cool to see behind the scenes stuff of the last Nitro and everything like that, and just that. Yeah, you hear the stories of they did not know what the fuck was going on. They're Shane McMahon's here, what the fuck, they truly did not know what the fuck was going on. And then you get the classic simulcast of the last Nitro that blends in with Monday Night Raw from that episode, and I now own WCW. And the contract said McMahon, but it says Shane McMahon. And then obviously the afterbirth of it all of WWE buys WCW, and then WCW gets buried. The alliance happened. Long live the alliance. The alliance gets buried, and then they make WCW look like fucking fools, and Eric Bischoff also tried to buy WCW, and they were going to have the Big Bang, but we never got that. It's kind of like One More Time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what else there is to talk about with it. The behind-the-scenes footage was pretty cool to see, but it's just sad. I was more so upset about the fact that, people were just showing up for another day at work, and they were like, actually, you might not have a job. And I'm like, well, that sucks, I guess, for all these people.
Well, most of them pretty much had a job, because what it came down to was some, the bigger names, obviously, the Goldbergs, the Kevin Nashes, the Hogans, all of them, they had the AOL Time Warner contracts where they were able to sit at home for, a year or two until that contract ran out. They were still getting paid, and then the underneath talent all came over to WWF. Some big names like DDP and Booker T, they took a pay cut for the love of the game. And then as Vince McMahon said to Jeff Jarrett on live television, how do you spell it? Double J? He is GONNE, or I forget, but he fired him on national television. And then Jeff Jarrett started TNA.
Yeah.
Because Vince fucking hated Jeff Jarrett so much.
I mean, all in all, I think it was a really good documentary.
Yeah.
I still think it was Vince Russo's fault, but...
Yeah, that was the last part was who killed WCW, and I said Bret Hart, Kevin Nash, surprisingly, and I think Goldberg. I think were the three I agreed with of their answers of the people who killed WCW, and then I said, if you think about it, everyone's at fault.
Yeah.
Everyone from Turner to Russo to Bischoff to the talent are all at fault. Everyone let it happen. Everyone watched it happen. I hate to put the blame on the talent and stuff, but y'all fucking did it too. Y'all were there. Y'all could have did something, especially the people with pull, the Hogans, the Nashes, and all of that.
Well, Hogan wasn't gonna fucking do shit.
No, but I'm just saying, shit could have been. Well, I'm talking about I have creative control, but you know how that goes. But it they could have been nice and been put over the younger talent, but everyone's at fault. It was a fucking mess. It was a goddamn mess. What happened? But I think the biggest culprit is Vince Russo. and turn the broadcasting system.
I just think it's Mr. Russo's fault.
Eric
single-handedly his fault.
I will come to bat for Eric Bischoff. Yeah, he can be a fucking idiot sometimes, but man, Eric Bischoff didn't kill WCW. He fucking tried to not kill WCW.
He tried until he stopped caring.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you fucking stop caring, it's happened to me before, where you stop caring about a passion and.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, they basically just fucking fired him, and then it went to shit, and then they tried to bring him back, and he was just like, this isn't ever gonna work.
Yeah.
So he was like, why even bother? Anyway, moving on.
I'll get them screenshots up.
Sorry, I'm yawning. We're gonna be talking about the Ricky Starks drama, which, like, I kind of have an idea about what's going on, but kind of also don't.
So there was like a whole like discourse, because there's a whole discourse of like, why isn't Ricky Starks being booked in the AEW, and it's obvious for a lot of things. He's a Cody guy. He's friends with Punk. He likes Cody. He didn't want to join the learning tree and all that, but a whole discourse happened. He got like arrested supposedly.
Yeah. Oh, let me read this really quick.
You might have to zoom in.
So this was from Close to Death 88 on the Reddit thread Squared Circle.
I have another screenshot after this.
So I'm going to read this verbatim. Surprised this isn't out there, but last year after the Owen Hart Cup, Ricky Starks got absolutely hammered in a Calgary bar, wound up starting a fight and leaving the establishment in a cop car. 100% real and witnessed by human eyes. If anyone wants to dig for it, they'll find it. Apparently, a big pain in the ass Tony Khan had to deal with personally, in case anyone is wondering why he's not going back to Calgary this year. Also,
when they're going July 10th, the Owen Hart Tournament Finals is in Calgary.
Yeah.
July 10th. So,
Didi, get out of the way. Also, on the why is he not on TV front, he's turned down pitches or not even listened to pitches. The guy lost control of the right side of his body on live TV, so that he needed to take a pin and eliminate himself from the tag tournament right away, and is out here doing the obligatory, I'm fine, I'm cleared, I don't know why I'm not on TV, I would love to contribute stuff, leaving out the fact that he's taken calls just to tell people I'm busy right now, out drinking, and ignoring their pitches. Bill and Ricky were meant to have a whole breakup story and feud coming out of that. Honestly, it probably would have happened. That probably would have been good for both of them, but instead, Ricky is at home and we've got the learning tree. Oh well. Didi, you are causing so much of a fucking problem right now. Lay down. So yeah, that was the post from Reddit that was making its rounds this week.
yes.
I don't know. I mean, like, here's the thing, right? I think it's, even if all that shit is true, I mean, Ricky's probably just going to WWE anyway, so, A, why would Tony want to book him when he might be leaving soon to begin with? And B, if Ricky does firmly believe that he's better than any of the fucking ideas that Tony's thrown at him, why would Ricky plan to start a story when he's planning to leave anyway? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
If the storylines or pitches that he's being thrown aren't good enough to make him want to go on TV and stay, why would he if his plan is to just leave? Do you have thoughts on this?
I mean, I get what you're saying. I just fucking hate that there's always some sort of mess about someone that, you know, is like ready to leave the company. There's always some sort of mess. Like, let's make them out to look bad, and it's like it just nothing ever comes out of it. And then another thing that came out of this was from Thighful Select. Those that criticize Ricky Starks within AEW claim that he didn't want to do business despite those involved in the storyline, hoping that it would launch Bill as a huge heel and Ricky Starks as a big babyface. It was said that Starks didn't think that Big Bill losing a feud to him would end up being beneficial to Bill and wanted them to have an amicable split, if anything. In other words, Ricky Starks said, "That's not going to work for me, brother, but this was the right thing." Actually, because he was protecting Big Bill. They wanted Ricky to beat Big Bill.
Yeah.
But in order for Big Bill to get over as a heel, he needed to beat Ricky Starks. And Ricky was like, wait, I'm not doing the job? That's not going to work for me, brother.
So, I mean, it really could go quite literally maybe either way. I don't really know. Again, I think we're going to be seeing Ricky Starks in WWE probably by the end of the year. So, I'm not, like, really too shocked about anything coming out about him. It just kind of is what it is.
We're going to see if it crashes.
Okay, well, while we're waiting to see if that crashes, we got Dijak's contract is not being renewed by WWE, which he posted about on Twitter.
And we're moving on. What's next?
Okay.
That's how much I give a fuck about Dijak.
Okay. Well,
he's fucking not that good. I don't fucking care. Like, who gives a fuck? It crashed. Who the fuck gives a fuck about T-Bar?
A lot of people apparently.
And this fucking 2K24. Why won't you let me download a Zack Sabre Jr.?
Because he's not a WWE wrestler, and they're catching on, and they're like, no.
Anyway.
Onita is running a show in Japan for Terry Funk, and you have a screenshot for this.
Yes.
So I don't know what screenshot you have for this, or where the hell you even saw this. So.
This was from Wrestling Observer Newsletter, so take it with a grain of salt. Reported that Onita is looking to run a Terry Funk tribute event at Kawasaki Baseball Stadium as a one-year remembrance of his passing. Kawasaki Stadium, fun fact, is where the legendary exploding barbed wire death match between Onita and Terry Funk happened. So that would be really fucking cool. Onita just misses his friend.
Yeah.
And
I'm so surprised that Onita's still fucking alive.
Me too.
Every time like I hear that he's doing something, I'm like, oh shit, that's right, he's alive.
How old's Onita?
I don't even know if he's necessarily really that old, but like for some reason in my brain I just always think he's dead.
He's 66.
Yeah, he's not that old.
He's 66.
So I don't know why. Like I forget that he's just alive. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because he's lived such a fucking insane life that I'm like, oh yeah, no, there's no way this guy's actually still alive, right?
Onita's wild, bro.
Like, I think I might have said it last week when we were watching the wrestlers at work, and Onita was on my screen, and I'm like, why the fuck is he here? He's alive? He's alive? What? Every time I just forget. I just fucking forget.
He's alive.
Anyway, let us move on to Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Raw is war.
Sure. Drew is pissed. He took Punk's bracelet, and he wants to be in Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he's pissed.
There's a very, like,
he's pissed.
Close-cut version of explaining this whole thing.
Yeah, he's pissed. He came out. He said that he's pissed. He took Punk's bracelet that has AJ and Larry's name on it.
I was so fucking stressed out about that.
Why were you stressed out?
I was so fucking stressed because Drew mentioned that like a fan made it for him.
Yes.
And I was like, I swear to fucking God, if Drew breaks this bracelet on live television and a fan made it for him, I'm going to lose my mind.
He took a picture wearing the bracelet with his wife and their dog and saying happy family or something, like trolling Punk.
I was so fucking pressed about it because I was just like, please, 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 for the love of God, do not break something that a fan made for him on television. I would be heartbroken if I was that fan. Please do not do that. So yeah, I was... What are you doing? You need to spell check something?
Yeah, I don't know how to spell Konosuke. So I'm trying to get a Konosuke Takeshita. Okay.
Konosu.
Yeah, you keep talking about Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
Why I typed this out.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, again, I like the Punk and Drew feud. I like that they're actually doing something with Drew McIntyre for once. And they're actually doing something really fucking good with him. I mean, him and Punk just meld very well together.
It's the best feud going on in the World Wrestling Federation right now.
No, hands down. Hands down it is. But yeah, no, I was pressed that entire fucking time, and then he just put the bracelet on, and I was like, okay, thank God.
Did I spell his name wrong?
No. I think you spelled it right.
Let's see. Hold on.
Okay, well.
Talk about Judgment Day and Dom holding chicken nuggets, and they're playing 2K24.
I mean, I'm Dom.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this bullshit.
You shouldn't be doing this while we're doing a podcast.
I know. Just talk about Judgment Day.
But I am Dom holding that giant fucking tray of chicken nuggets. That is me. That is me 110% all the time at any given moment. If you were to see me right now, I would be holding a giant plate of fucking chicken nuggets. But again, I like Judgment Day. But I am just not really a fan. There might just be no Takeshita's.
No, there is. I've had one before, and it was kind of shitty.
Yeah, I say just type in Takeshita. I'm just not a fan, really, of this fucking Liv and Dom storyline. I don't like it. I'm not really that behind it. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, they're all shitty. I've seen better ones.
Yeah?
Oh, there we go.
That one's not too bad.
I was going to say there's better ones that just showed up. Okay.
Yeah, that one's not too shabby.
But what else happened? Liv got Dom's number, sent him a special picture, and Damian Priest is a disappointed father, and Finn and JD won the tag belts.
Oh, yeah, they won the tag belts, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, cool, I guess. Good for them.
The Judgment Day storyline is just fucking random as hell.
I mean, again, I like them, and I like their little, like, weird after-school special fucking segments that they have. It's fun. But yeah, I could care less about this Dom and Liv storyline. It's just fucking weird. I'm not a big fan of it. Moving on, unless you have something to say about it.
No, it's just Judgment Days. I like Judgment Day, but it's just crazy stuff.
It's probably gonna be the best Takeshita you're gonna get.
Yeah. Let's see if it crashes.
We'll see. The Wyatt Six is interesting. Bo Dallas VHS tape.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. Of like, I want them to do it with all the members now, where they sit down, like it's Eric Rowan sitting down. It crashed. What is going on? This game is garbage, bro.
Okay, maybe you should stop playing it while we're doing this.
Yeah,
because you're just distracted.
This game is legit garbage. Fuck 2K24. Anyway, I'm about to punch the disc. Anyway,
don't do that.
Anyway, I think they should have fucking like Eric Rowan be interviewed by the Rabbit, because that's what he's playing, and like Joe Gacy interviewed by the Pig. Like they get interviewed by like the characters that they're playing, and like explain why they are
like a part of it.
Like kind of like what Bo did.
I mean, it's very interesting. Like I like the direction that it's going in, but again, I'm worried about like what happens when we're done with like the vignettes and when things actually end up like on stage, like in the arena.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Because so far it's going well.
When the bell rings, that's when I'm gonna get scared.
Well, not even necessarily for me. Like when the bell rings, I'm talking like when we're building to like matches. You know, like when it's no longer something that like it is cut together and edited. When we're talking about like if we go to the ring and have a segment, and what are we gonna do in that type of aspect? You know what I mean? Like, is it going to follow suit very well with, like, how House of Black does stuff when they're building for matches? Because I feel like that would be the best route to go with. But I don't know. I don't know what their plans are for it. But so far, so good. So far, I'm enjoying it. I'm just really hoping that they don't fuck it up. Moving on to Dynamite.
This was a weird episode, man.
What in the fuck did you write?
If you read the notes, you'll know that you don't have to read it all. That's literally just for me to explain this all.
What an odd opening segment. Dylan, explain.
Yeah, let me explain this, because this was a weird opening segment. I dug it, but it was just very odd how they did this. So MJF comes out, and he gets cut off immediately by Daniel Garcia. Then MJF throws out the offer for a match against Garcia at All In. Then Will Ospreay comes out and upstages MJF by putting out the challenge to Daniel Garcia next week for the International Championship and the AEW Championship, which he hasn't won yet at this point in time. When we get to the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, we'll talk about that. So he's making an offer for something that he doesn't even have yet. Then he just leaves without saying a word to MJF. That's Ospreay I'm talking about. And MJF just stands there like this motherfucker. And then Garcia was about to talk, and MJF Garcia was about to talk to MJF about the All-In offer, but MJF cuts him off and says to Garcia, "Don't worry about it. Worry about next week. That's big. I'm happy for you." They're obviously building to MJF versus Ospreay, but when? Probably Wembley, All-In. But there's just a lot going on in this segment that, like, was just weird and very odd.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. Like, they use Daniel Garcia as, like, the middleman, and I don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro.
Kind of a clusterfuck.
What the fuck?
But give me the fucking phone back. Yeah, no, it was kind of a clusterfuck, but, like, I guess I kind of... Again, obviously they're doing something with Ospreay and MJF. But I don't know why they had to do it this way. But sure, why not? I guess I don't know. Maybe things will start getting cleared up a little bit more now that Forbidden Door is out of the way.
I don't fucking know. There was go on the next thing, because I think the next one's like a weird fucking segment too.
So the Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, Samoa Joe, confusing as hell segment. Also, Jericho is cringe for mentioning the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame.
He really is. I'm sorry. Like, the fact that you gotta mention Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame just to get, like, a cheap pop is just fucking stupid and cringy.
So, hold on. When the fuck is this Minoru Suzuki and Jericho match supposed to happen?
Exactly.
Because I thought it was supposed to happen at Forbidden Door. And it didn't. And now I don't... Now, again, this could just be my, like, ignorance of me being able to remember things properly, because I genuinely don't remember if this was supposed to be planned for Forbidden Door, or if this is just something that's going to happen now.
I don't know, but, like, Jericho... Like, because Brian Keith was injured, and, like, they needed a third man, and Jericho was like, we got Minoru Suzuki, and Suzuki was like, no, and I don't fucking know.
It just seems like the past, like, couple weeks, not really even couple weeks, like, I feel like the past 2 weeks, things have just been fucking, like, discombobulated.
I
don't know exactly what the fuck's been going on at all. But I would take less Jericho on my screen, personally.
Yeah, it's a mess.
But let's talk about something really, really good that happened on Dynamite, and that was Zack Sabre Jr. and Kyle O'Reilly.
Real graps.
Fucking killer-ass fucking match, dude.
Real graps.
Good-ass fucking match.
I enjoy seeing Zack. You said it when we were watching Forbidden Door. How long until Zack Sabre Jr. becomes all elite? And I said, let him win the IWGP belt first.
Yeah.
And then give him a year.
Honestly, like at this fucking point, like, I mean, he's obviously very well beloved where he is, but like, fucking AEW fans love him so fucking much. Dude.
Remember this: it is July 1st, 2024. We're gonna go back in time when this happens, but Zack Sabre Jr. will be all elite within the next 2 years.
Oh, probably, yeah.
So
probably more than likely. Because, I mean, every time he shows up in AEW, people fucking love him.
He'll be the next big name from New Japan to come over to AEW.
Yeah, New Japan's suffering right now.
And have such a emotional send-off. Oh, I'm leaving New Japan. Oh my god, I'm going to see you guys in 6 months at Forbidden Door. Fucking stupid.
You know, why do you have to, like, be rude about, like, things that maybe people wanted that was important to them? Like, even though, like, yeah, they're gonna see them in a couple months, like,
you don't need to do a whole big send-off.
But they've spent so much time.
They're working together, goddammit. You could have just showed up.
Yeah, but they've spent so much time and dedicated so much of their life to that company. You know what I mean?
It's not the New Japan of yesteryear.
I'm just saying. Let's move on into Smacketh Down. What?
Yeah.
Dylan, high and a little tipsy watching, so he just realized this. Even on Raw, what's up with the Money in the Bank qualifying matches all being triple threats?
Yeah, there's all the Money in the Bank qualifying matches were literally triple threats.
More TV, like more people for TV time.
It's just like Triple H likes his triple threats.
I'm not gonna be mad about a triple threat.
I mean, me either. But like, holy shit, my guy! Like, it gets a little annoying with the tag team matches.
I mean, it's a way to maximize your talent. So that way, like, if you have a bunch of people on your roster, and I mean, want to see what they're all about, toss them in a triple threat.
Yeah,
fuck it. Why not?
But
fuck
like,
it, who cares?
But like, they shouldn't have had Jade in the triple threat. They shouldn't have had like half the people in triple threat. There's still like some people are still green or learning. And it's hard to learn in a triple threat.
Yeah,
you need a one-on-one.
Throw them to the wolves.
No.
I mean, what did Jade and Bianca lost their belts at a triple threat or a 4-way?
No, the triple threat tag.
Yeah.
It's
so I mean,
there's
she's
too many
been in one. She's fine.
Too many triple threats.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like it. I think it's a little different, you know, instead of just having like a standard match, having a triple threat. It's different.
Too many triple threats.
All right, well, you just hate fun, I guess. Fuck Fox with their censorship, though.
Oh my god, this episode of SmackDown was so fucking horrible.
Like, and it was just impossible to fucking watch.
Not horrible of like the segments or matches were fucking garbage. No,
well, we wouldn't know if they were.
It was like, I get it if you're censoring curse words. I get it, but you don't need to do a blackout screen. There's this wonderful thing called the bleep button, and like if someone's showing the finger, oh fucking well.
Yeah, it really shouldn't matter all that much, and I get it that like, well, no, because this was SmackDown, so it really doesn't even matter. Like, I know that like once we go to Raw on Netflix, everything's gonna be like uncensored, and they're not gonna have to worry about it as much. But like, this is fucking stupid. Like, you can't control what the fucking fans are doing, and like, I don't think that you should be like detrimenting your own TV show because of stupid shit that fans are doing. And also, WWE's like fucking worth $1 billion some, so like any fine that the network's gonna give them, they could easily pay off.
I just can't wait until they go to Netflix and Michael Cole goes, "What the fuck is up? Welcome to Monday Night Raw."
I hope that's how he opens it every single time.
And then Seth Rollins gets the opening promo and goes, "Seth fucking Rollins."
I really hope that they all just start fucking saying fuck the goddamn fucking time.
And then Pat McAfee is on TV like, "Holy fuck!"
Pat's gonna be the first one. Hands down, Pat's gonna be the first one to say fuck.
I send my condolences to Pat McAfee too for his loss. His wife's dad, I believe, so his father-in-law passed away. That's why he wasn't on Raw.
Oh. Well,
not the previous week or whatever.
Yeah.
This past episode or something like that. Yeah, it was
sending
this past
my
episode.
condolences to the McAfee family. Yeah, no, the censorship was fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. I mean, look, I'm not gonna necessarily complain about not being able to see Logan Paul or hear Logan Paul. So I'm happy that happened at least.
But it's just like, bro, the blackout screens are just dumb.
Yeah. Again, I get it, but like also it's during fucking promos, which are very fucking important to your show.
Yeah, and like you're literally you're in Madison Square Garden, you're in WWE's home, you're in a hot crowd. What do you expect?
Again, like I just don't get it. Like, sorry. Like WWE makes enough money. They could pay off the fines. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? Moving on to the Bloodline murdering Paul Heyman.
They killed Paul. They killed my boy.
They just fucking massacred him.
Paul looked like he fucking smoked more than a bowl.
I was talking to my coworker about Paul Heyman dying, and she was talking about how he has a dump truck of an ass, which I'll agree on. Absolute fucking dump truck. Fucking dumpster, boots the house down, mama.
He committed to the gimmick of he did not sleep. For
24 hours.
Yeah, for 24 hours, and then he got his ass kicked, and he took a table bump, and they killed him, and
they fucking murdered him.
They murdered him, and man, that makes me think that Roman's close to coming back.
So a murder can happen on live television, but someone says the fuck word.
Well, yeah, Drew murdered Punk the week prior.
So they can allow murder, but they draw the line at the fuck word and the middle finger.
Yeah.
think this shit's fucking predetermined, Dylan.
Fucking fake ass.
Because I don't get it. I don't get how that's allowed.
Yeah, bullshit.
But the middle finger that Stone Cold did is taboo.
Man, and then there's me cutting promos. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah? Okay. Well, moving on.
I never cursed in a promo before.
We are going to move on to Forbidden Door. Dylan, pull up the card.
I have the card right here. It consists of 15 matches.
Woohoo!
That was a lot. But
Oh, shut up. So,
at least it didn't run for till 12:30. It ran till only midnight.
so we got a surprise match in the pre-show, lasting 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
You don't have to give time for all these matches, by the way.
I'm the host. Okay. All right.
How many stars did it get?
You want me to give a star ranking on all these matches too?
Please,
all right.
no.
So
No.
Lissy.
Lissy.
We started the night off with Kyle Fletcher and Serpentico. Kyle Fletcher defeating Serpentico. Just a surprise match that was not talked about and just happened. Which I'm not going to complain because I got to see Kyle Fletcher.
Can Serpentico be booked in Japan more often because his Japanese, it's Forbidden Door, so they did the dual announcements they had Justin Roberts doing the English one, and then they had, I forget his name, do the...
I know his last name, Shibata.
It's Shibata? It's not the wrestler Shibata.
No.
But
I just was like, oh my god, they have the same last name.
But he did the Japanese announcing, and it was just cool to hear Serpentico in Japanese for some reason.
It fucking went hard,
it
dude.
Did.
Because he did the streamer thing once Shibata was saying his name.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do it when it was Justin Roberts.
It looked cool.
And he just the Japanese announcer put so much into it. So much into the way he announces.
Omega.
So that bowing voice with the fucking streamers going off, it was fucking cool.
And Kyle Fletcher killed them.
And Kyle Fletcher then just murdered him. Brainbuster on a turnbuckle, I think, was the end of the match.
No, get it right. It was a brain buster, as El Generico would say.
Okay. So yeah, no, fuck it, just murdered him.
Man,
just murdered him.
Too bad El Generico's taking care of the orphans because he would love Forbidden Door. Rest in peace, Misawa. You would love Forbidden Door.
I hope wherever you are, El Generico, you're doing great. You'd love Forbidden Door.
And Misawa, you would love Forbidden Door too.
Moving on to the 4-way tag match. We had Kings of the Black Throne, which is Malachi and Brody King, defeating Tomohiro Ishii and Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong and Gabe Kidd, and Private Party.
To be honest with you, I didn't watch a single second of this match because I was doing laundry, so I don't give a fuck. I didn't care, so...
The thing that went hard the most about this match was Kyle O'Reilly and Ishii walking in sync the exact same way down the ramp.
Ishii ain't that. He doesn't do it for me.
That's fair and that's fine, but low-key was kind of funny and kind of went hard because they the exact same posture, in sync, and it was the Ishii walk that Kyle was mimicking. I guess I'll put it that way. It was the way Ishii was walking down the ramp, but Kyle mimicked it.
People won't know what I'm referring to. Only a few small people, audience, would know. But yeah, Ishii is literally Jacob Yeager because they walk the same too.
Yeah, no, identical.
The world's most powerful man.
Yeah, no, so that was funny. I saw people clipping that and being like, teacher, I need some strong boys to help me carry these chairs. Me and the bro. So it was pretty cool. I'm sure if you go on Twitter, you'll find one somewhere. But that was nifty. The match was fine. It was nothing spectacular. It's nothing great. Kings of Black Throne got the win. Cool, awesome, incredible. 8 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay, don't laugh. That's fine. Next we had the tag team match of Willow Nightingale and Tama Nakano defeating Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe with Stokely Hathaway.
Chris Statlander, they can never make me hate you.
No, never. Love Willow. Love Willow with my whole heart. And happy that her and Tama got the win.
I don't remember anything from this match besides Willow hitting the pounce.
Alright, I mean, fair enough.
I'm just waiting for the one-on-one match.
Yeah, well, that's next week.
Yeah, I know they're building up to it. No disrespect to I'm not even gonna try to pronounce their
Tama
names.
and Momo.
Yeah, no.
Or Tom and Momo.
I just don't know who they are.
I like them.
I'm assuming they're from Stardom.
They're from Stardom. But I like them a lot. I'm interested in seeing the Willow and Chris blow off and everything. But yeah. No, and neither Willow nor Chris took the pin. Momo took the pin. Via Tom.
Which I mean, right choice.
Yeah.
Because the story.
Yeah, so they had the Stardom.
Who won this fucking match? The baby faces?
Yeah, Willow and Tom.
Oh, that means Chris is gonna win against Willow, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. 10 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay.
Mariah May defeated Saraya. Yay. Cool.
How long was this match?
8 minutes and 30 seconds.
That is 8 minutes and 50 seconds way too long. That match should have...
8 minutes and 50 seconds too long?
Yep. Yeah.
Mariah May deserves a little bit of time, but hooray, Saraya pushed dead. She lost on the pre-show.
They should have just fucking... Yeah, imagine that. Former women's champion Saraya losing clean to an up-and-comer Mariah May on the pre-show. Anyway, they should have just gave Mariah May the first round bye. Mariah May had one job to do in this match, and you can go back to the beginning of this podcast to see what I'm referring to.
Okay, well, anyway. Moving on to the final match of the pre-show, which was the trios match, which was the Lucha Bros and Mystico defeating LIJ, which was Yoda Tsuji, Titan is how it's pronounced. That was Titan, Titan, and Takahashi by submission.
This was the second best match of the night. And it was on the fucking pre-show, and it was so fucking good, and it was legendary for the fact of the Lucha Bros, who used to be AAA guys, were teaming with Mystico, who is a CMLL guy. If you don't know what I'm referring to, just look up the drama. And they're facing New Japan talent. Mm-hmm. Which, goddamn, what? The Lucha Bros finally got to be on a Forbidden Door.
Have they not been?
They were never allowed to. Because they were signed to AAA.
Oh, right.
So the Lucha Bros finally got to be on a Forbidden Door, and they teamed with Mystico, which Mystico is fucking great.
Yeah. This
match was good.
I feel like this should have been on the regular show. This didn't need to be on the pre-show, but you know, I will say, like, at the very least, if there's a silver lining of this being on the pre-show, it's the fact that this match is free and available to everybody at any given point for the rest of history.
Yeah.
And frankly, to me, I think that that's a very good statement to have. So it's not behind, like, a paywall. Yeah. Like, you could go on YouTube and watch this whenever and show this to whoever, whenever.
Yeah.
So I you know what, I'll give it that of just being like, that's fucking cool.
I love Lucha Libre.
Oh yeah, God, I fucking love Lucha Libre. Moving on to the 12 minutes even. Moving on to
5 stars.
Moving on to the main card. Opening strong with MJF defeating Hechicero in a singles match via pinfall. 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's how long it was?
9 minutes and 50 seconds. Less than 10 minutes.
MJF did the most littlest shit ever.
Yeah. And he opened for his hometown, had a 9-minute match. Again,
and got the fuck out of there.
And I was like, all right, guys, bye.
And got the fuck out of there. Okay, sure.
It was a fine match. It was what it was. It was fun. You know, I do like that MJF was like, I'm not doing none of that goofy shit. And then immediately was like, I'm gonna do some goofy shit.
He crowd surfed.
You know, he was just there for the fun of it, pretty much. Again, this MJF being back, weird little hiccup thing that we're going through.
It's so weird.
Really odd. I think we'll definitely be expecting to see a lot more with Will and MJF. I'm wondering if that was the plan initially. And then, you know, Will was kind of stuck in like this feud with like Swerve and whatnot for the world title or whatever. So I don't know. But you know, I have faith going forward that MJF and Will's gonna feed mouths. So probably at all in. But yeah, fun match for what it was. Moving on to the trios match. The Elite, our EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson and Kazuchika Okada, defeated the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, with Scissor Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, via pinfall.
I enjoyed Okada just being funny doing the DJ thing while Nick was wearing the headphones.
Okada's the most unserious motherfucker in this entire goddamn fucking roster.
Max Caster said bitch so many times.
He really took Okada calling him a bitch to heart.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
He fucking got so
Max
butthurt
Caster
about that.
was saying the word bitch like he just learned it.
He was like a third grader finally learning his first curse word.
Yeah.
Going into class and being like, it's show and tell time. I'm gonna show you my new word I learned, and it's bitch. That's what Max Caster was doing. But I mean, it was a fun match. Again, it was kind of silly, kind of fun. So I can't really complain too much. I'm not gonna, it wasn't the best Elite match that they've ever had. It wasn't the best Acclaimed match that they ever had, but it was fun. It was fun for what it was.
It's such a weird feud.
I think Tanahashi took the pin by Okada.
It's such a weird feud.
So yeah, we still got the tag match that's coming up with Maddie and Nikki and Anthony and Maxie.
Tanahashi's knees are like, how is he still holding up with his knees, bro? He's
doing his best.
His knees are fucked, bro.
He is absolutely doing his best, and honestly, through the power of air guitar, anything is possible.
Go Ace.
13 minutes even.
Go Ace.
Go Ace. Moving on to the Men's Owen Hart Cup Tournament first round match. Don't know why that made my brain hurt trying to read, but for some reason those words just did not want to come out of my mouth. Bryan Danielson defeated Shingo
Takagi.
Takagi. I was gonna get there.
It's what I expected from both of them.
Via submission.
It's what I expected from both of them. Really good.
Yeah, really fucking good match. Killer fucking match. As Tony Khan would say, it was for the sickos.
We're one step away of Bryan Danielson versus Jeff Jarrett.
I don't know.
For the sickos.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. Which, actually, you know what? Real quick, let's just throw this in here because someone didn't write it fucking down from Collision.
Because we don't give a fuck about Collision.
We just went last week and you had so much fun. 2 weeks ago, whatever.
Because it was live.
There was a promo package of Hangman Adam Page coming back.
He better not be in the Owen.
To an Orville Peck song, which means a lot to me.
He better not
personally.
be in the Owen.
He's probably gonna be in the Owen because he didn't.
He's gonna beat Jeff Jarrett, unfortunately.
He is gonna beat Jeff Jarrett,
and people are gonna be pissed.
Yeah. But anyway, Bryan Danielson is now advancing in the Owen. So
yes,
we might get Bryan and Jeff Jarrett if they decide to not put Hangman in the Owen. 20 minutes even. Next match was Timeless Tony Storm defeating Mina Shirakawa by pinfall.
This was a really good match.
This was such a good, fun fucking match, and honestly, the ending of the three-way kiss that they all shared. I'm hoping that this is an alliance formed for the rest of eternity, because I love all three of them together, and I don't want them to go away now. I want Mina and Mariah and Tony to just have this little thing going on forever.
I can't wait for Mariah to win the Owen and beat Tony Storm for the belt.
I do feel like that's what's gonna end up happening.
That's what's happening.
Which breaks my heart because I want this love triangle to stay as it is. But we'll see. But yeah, no, really fucking good match, really fun match. And I was basically Nigel at the end of it when he was standing up crying. That was me. That was me after
Nigel
the match.
was wild.
He was losing it. 11 minutes and 40 seconds. What?
I'm just saying.
Huh? What?
I'm waiting for the next match.
Oh my gosh, all right, Jesus, stop rushing me. Next match, so we went from one wedding to the next. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Orange Cassidy via submission in a singles match.
Right guy won.
Great match.
It was a good match.
Great match.
I will say that. When Orange has the right opponent, it's a good match. And when he's not doing stupid shit, just fucking he fucking stretched him and tied him up like a pretzel.
Stretched that asshole wide open and gave it to him.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna start restricting you.
No, you're not be restricting the things that I can fucking say and that I want to fucking say. You would have said the same goddamn fucking shit if the microphone wasn't here. I don't want to fucking hear it. The amount of times of which I have to hear you talk about Bryce and how you want to tie him up like a pretzel and stretch his fucking asshole.
I'm gonna stretch his ass.
I'm
gonna tie him up like a pretzel.
But goodness gracious.
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Goodness gracious. If I say it, you're clutching your pearls.
I'm gonna come out of retirement and beat the living shit out of Bryce.
Give me a fucking break, Dylan. Give me a fucking break.
I'm gonna be like, Bryce, you're old, you're washed up, and I'm gonna drop you on your damn neck.
Okay. This was a really fucking good match. I like Orange Cassidy. But I do agree that, like, when he has the right opponent, it's just like fucking chef's kisses and fucking magic. Like, 'cause Orange is a very good fucking wrestler. I don't care if he's overhyped. I don't care if he's overpushed. I don't really care. He's a good fucking wrestler. And that was proven.
Nah. Okay, moving on.
Alright, whatever. 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata defeated the Learning Tree with Jeff Cobb. Trios match. 13 minutes, 25 seconds, half the arena left. Moving on.
I didn't give a fuck about this match. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Hook. Sorry, Shibata. I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I didn't really care. But at least they beat him. I think Hook got the pin. Because Hook hit him with the Judas effect.
Yeah, he knocked his ass out.
And Taz gave him a standing ovation.
Yes.
So, good for Hook.
I just didn't give a fuck.
Moving on to the most important match that has happened on this pay-per-view. The ladder match for the vacant AEW TNT Championship. Scapegoat Jack Perry has defeated Konosuke Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, Dante Martin, Lio Rush, and El Phantasmo to become the new TNT champion.
Everyone knew it was going to happen.
Oh yeah, everyone knew it was going to be Jack. This was not a surprise. It
was a wild match. No one, surprisingly, did anything really fucking stupid. I mean, you had the typical, like, I'm going to do the crazy ladder spots, but, like, no one did anything fucking, like, I'm going to set this fucking ladder on fire and have Jack Perry jump 40 feet through the air. Stupid.
Oh, he so should have done that. My favorite part of the match was the Blue Thunder Bomb that Takeshita gave to El Phantasmo through 2 tables.
Obviously Jack Perry was supposed to win this match, but man, did you hear that crowd reaction for Takeshita every time he was going for the belt? It's, bro, Tony, what the fuck you doing? Put a belt. You have 900 belts.
Give one to Takeshita, please. No, if Jack weren't to win, Takeshita was my choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jack was obviously my first choice, but if it wasn't gonna be him, it fucking better have been Takeshita. I do want to point out one thing here before moving on, that I just love seeing about, like, Twitter discourse on the internet. I saw some stuff online of people being like, Jack Perry, like, it was obvious that Jack Perry was gonna win, but, like, also, like, he didn't even really do much in the ladder match, so, like, I don't get it.
I think
that's the point.
That's the whole point.
That's the fucking point, is that he's gonna let everybody else go after it, and then he's gonna get the cheap fucking win. That's the whole point of the Elite right now.
Yeah, does it piss me off that the Young Bucks are the tag team champions and aren't defending their tag titles? Yeah, like, I don't like that, but I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole thing. I guarantee you, Jack's not gonna be doing open challenges.
Yeah, that like
he's not gonna be doing like, oh yeah, this title's up for grabs whenever. He's gonna be like, oh no, it's my title.
And MJF did that.
Yeah.
When he was the champion.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, you're barely gonna see me defend this.
Yeah. And that's basically what it's gonna be. Like, and that was the whole, and I mean, if it doesn't explain itself, it should also explain from his trios match on Collision.
He barely did anything in that match.
He didn't do anything in that match. Yeah. Hardly anything. And that's the fucking point. His point is to be enough of a nuisance to piss people off and to fuck people over and then get the cheap win. That is his point. That is his character right now.
That's the whole fucking point of it.
So, if you want to sit and complain about it, I mean, that's fine, but, like, you just sound stupid not knowing what you're talking about.
That's also coming from me. That's not an Elite fan.
Yeah, no,
but I'm able to understand things and comprehend things, you fucking idiots.
Yeah. So, 16 minutes and 55 seconds.
Average ladder match length.
Well, alright. Winner takes... So it's written. Winner takes all match for the AEW TBS Championship and New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship. Mercedes Moné defeated Stephanie Vacure by submission.
How long was this match?
17 minutes even.
Man, they should have cut it down by like 5 because it felt like it went like 25.
Yeah, I wasn't really overly interested in this match. I mean, again, I think Mercedes is a really good in-ring talent, but after hearing that she has creative control, and after the fact that she has creative control in her first 3 matches, now she has 2 belts.
Brother!
Is kind of ridiculous to me, and has like kind of made me feel a little bit upset about the whole thing. So like, here's the thing, right? Again, I'm never going to discredit Mercedes Moné from going out and doing the fucking thing. She went out, she did that fucking thing. I've said it a million fucking times. And I have mad fucking respect for her for that. What I don't have respect for is the fact that, like, you get creative control and now you're immediately just like, well, I want this belt and I want this belt.
You get a shitload of money. You get private jet. You get creative control, you have your own rider, and now you have 2 belts. Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, like, here's the thing, right? Like, I understand that, like, at least to my understanding, majority of people in AEW have, like, a creative control sense as to what they want to do. And, like, for example, let's just take the whole Ricky thing, right? And let's just say that is exactly what's going on. That's enough creative control for Ricky to say, I don't want to do that, and not be forced to do it. So everybody there has, to my knowledge, has at least some sort of degree of creative control.
No, there's a difference of creative control and having a say and stuff.
Yes.
Creative control is literally, Mercedes, I think it would be best for you to do the job tonight. Not going to work for me, brother. Hey, I don't want to do this because of X, Y, and Z. There's a big difference there.
I get that, but, like, again, with characters and the way that you, like, present, you're like, do you really think it was Tony Khan's idea for Chris Jericho to do the learning tree gimmick? No.
No.
That's straight from Jericho's fucking head.
That Jericho 100% has, like, creative control.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, is just, like, you know, I mean, I'm sure that everyone has enough of a say in something to a degree. Instead of just blatantly being forced to do things that you don't want to do.
I'm sure, like, stuff that you want to do with your gimmick, you have a say in.
Yeah.
And, like, some people probably don't have a say with outcomes of matches, but some do. And it's the inmates running the asylum.
It just made me really upset to, like, hear that and get kind of, like, again, that, like, I don't want to even necessarily say, like, upset, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, well, now it kind of just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like, now it's just like every time I watch a Mercedes match, it's just going to be like, oh, well, of course, because she's kind of in control of what's going on.
Unless something shocking happens, but...
Like, or unless we're talking, like, creative control where, like, it doesn't have to do with outcome of matches. No, I don't think it was specified.
I'm sure it does.
But, like, to me, it's like, I know wrestling's not real and things are predetermined, but it's just kind of gonna lose all of that, like, all right, well, now I know what to expect coming out of a match from her, type of thing.
Let's talk about the best thing that came out of this match, though, and that was... The doctor will see you now.
DMD, Britt Baker is back.
She's back, and it's going to be the funniest promo battle between Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné when that happens.
Oh, Britt's going to fucking crush her.
If we have the friend...
Britt's going to crush her on
We have the friend of the booker versus the creative control person.
Yeah, this is going to end well.
Man, I can't wait for Britt Baker to come out on TV and be like, you're never going to see that orange hair son of a bitch ever again. Bro.
Anyway, 17 minutes even. moving on to the co-main event. Singles match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Tetsuya Naito defeated Jon Moxley via pinfall to win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship back in a match that I had much higher expectations for.
This was not good.
It was not their best work on either side of the coin, and I had a lot of other expectations from both of these men. Especially being a Naito fan, I had a much higher expectation.
It was
just
not good.
Was slow, it was sloppy, it wasn't great. There was some poor guy near the announce desk that got like smushed. JR had the line of the night saying, "I just got back from the hospital, I don't need this right now." But yeah, no, it was just anticlimactic. I mean, I had a feeling Naito was gonna win. So that wasn't necessarily a shock. And right guy won.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping for more from these guys. So I mean, you know, it wasn't like the drizzling shit's worst match I've ever seen in my entire life. It was just a little disappointing.
It was just not good.
No, wasn't their best work. You know the crazy thing is though, 17 minutes and 5 seconds. This went 5 seconds longer than Mercedes and Stephanie.
Went about 5 minutes too long.
And finally, with our main event, match of the night, hands down. Match of the night, but wrong outcome. Swerve Strickland defeated Will Ospreay via pinfall for the AEW World Championship at 27 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah, Will Ospreay should have won.
Hands down.
He came out dressed up as Hayabusa, so he should have immediately gotten not just the AEW title or the international title, give him the Continental Breakfast title, give him the fucking tag titles, give him the TNT title, hell, give him the women's title. He fucking deserves all the belts, bruv, because he dressed up as Hayabusa. It was great. I didn't even give a fuck about commentary calling the match. At one point where I was like, I'm just enjoying literally Excalibur talking about Hayabusa on commentary.
Yeah.
Because I'm a mark for Hayabusa. The match was really good, though. It was match of the night. Uncle Dave's probably going to give it like 8.5 stars or some shit.
It was a fantastic match.
Wrong outcome.
Wild roller coaster, but I think it was the wrong outcome. I think it should have been Ospreay. Because my thought process was Ospreay was going to either go into or leave All In as AEW World Champion. But that can't happen now unless he's the wild card in the Owen, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
But if he's not champion, so he's not going to go defend it, and the winner of the Owen gets the championship match at Wembley. So
no, it's gonna be Ospreay versus MJF at Wembley, probably.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Swerve and Hangman at Wembley.
Yeah.
And I think Hangman's gonna finally beat Swerve. But yeah, I mean, again, absolutely fan-fucking-tastic match. It felt like it came straight from an anime fight scene.
Bro, they did wild shit.
Wild ass fucking shit.
They did the wrestling.
But that caps it off for Forbidden Door. All in all, I think it was a solid pay-per-view. I mean, again, like, Naito and Mox was a little disheartening. Mercedes and Stephanie wasn't like a bad match. It was just like it lost its magic for me after hearing that. So like that's a little bit of a bias towards it now. And Jericho didn't need to be on the pay-per-view.
We're missing the most important thing about this, the big announcement that they made about Wrestle Dynasty.
Oh yeah, that's going to be in Japan in January.
January 5th, the day after Wrestle Kingdom. So that's going to be fun.
It's going to be crazy because, you know, the thing is, match of the year always happens at the beginning of the year. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know why the fuck it happens.
No, match of the year last year was Ospreay and Omega from Forbidden Door, and that was in June.
Oh, was it from Forbidden Door?
Yeah.
Oh, I got whichever one it was mixed up. I thought it was from
Oh, there was the Tiger Driver. That's it. He ended it. We're watching Misawa versus Kawada.
But
he killed him.
No, so let me rephrase my point. My point is the beginning of the year for wrestling like in January, the first 2 weeks is always fucking insane.
Well, because you got Wrestle Kingdom, bro.
I know, and it's like some fucking insane shit is always fucking going on. So this pay-per-view is more than likely going to be absolutely fucking bonkers. Absolutely fucking bonkers. I know it. In my heart of hearts, I know it.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm very excited for that. So I'll stay up till 2 a.m. to watch.
Yeah, I don't know what time it's gonna happen because it's gonna be in Japan. So, oh boy.
Well, they're 12 hours ahead of us, I think, or no, 13 hours ahead of us, if I'm not mistaken. So right now it would be 8:14 in the morning in Japan.
Oh, jeez. This show is gonna fucking happen at like 2 a.m. It's like Wrestle Kingdom.
So yeah, if it starts at 1
Bro,
p.m. in Japan, it's gonna be 2.
I'm usually bootleg watching Wrestle Kingdom at work. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do. I usually find a bootleg, someone doing it bootleg, because no offense, I'm not paying for that shit. And even though we have New Japan World, but like,
I'll pay for it. I don't give a shit.
But like, if someone's just giving it away for free, I'm just gonna watch it, bro.
But yeah, no, so it's gonna start at like 2 in the morning or something, but whatever. I'll fucking watch it. I don't give a shit. Moving on to the flashback match of the week, which was Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Juventud Guerrera. 2 out of 3 falls match. ECW Big Ass Extreme Bash 1996.
This was the one and only 5-star match for ECW. And it was a absolute fucking barn burner. Old school lucha libre. And my God, just fuck, man. Like, Rey Mysterio before his left knee that like got ripped to shreds. Man, he was something fucking special. And Juventud Guerrera is so fucking underrated. I enjoyed watching this match.
Yeah, no, overall, I genuinely think the match was fantastic. It was fun, and I love lucha.
It's really good.
That's really as much as I could say about it. Like, insane fucking shit, especially for the fucking time. Blowing people's fucking minds, basically.
Yeah, this was your first time watching that match, right? You never seen that match before?
I think so. I mean, it's very possible that I've seen it way back in the day. But I mean, in recent memory, like, again, if I don't remember something, it basically didn't happen. So
what was your favorite spot in the match, and why was it the Hurricane Rana off the car?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I want to know whose car that was and what their thoughts were about it.
It was a fan's car.
Well, I want to know what fan. I want to know if they were just like, oh my god, my car's famous.
If you're one, just type it on YouTube, Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Juventud Guerrera, ECW Big Ass Extreme Bash, 1996. It'll pop up. And go watch it. It's about 18 minutes long, and it's really good. Very good pacing. And they do some cool lucha things.
They do a lot of cool lucha things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that takes us into Wrestler of the Week.
Yes. You get the pick.
Because I'm the host.
You're the host.
So
let's see. What is your wrestler? Who is your wrestler of the week? There we go. It's better.
So typically when I talk about wrestlers and when I talk about wrestling and when I talk about my favorites, I'm typically talking about somebody known as the Omega. However, today we're going to be talking about somebody known as the Alpha.
Oh, not Jericho.
And he goes by Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita is my wrestler of the week because I love him with my whole heart. And even though he didn't win the ladder match, like I said, he was my second pick to win if it wasn't going to be Jack. Because I feel like he deserves it. Because I love him a lot.
Since like the first time he appeared on AEW, he has opened his eyes to me, you, and a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's really good.
And he's so young.
Yeah.
He's so fucking young. So ask me some questions about Takeshita that you might already know the answers to, but the audience doesn't.
What is your favorite Takeshita match?
Okay, well, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't even know.
I have two, and they're both really good, and it's it's him versus Osprey from Revolution or him versus Omega from All Out last year.
I would say I think him versus Osprey tops it for me.
Yeah.
At current moment.
That's fair.
I need to go and find his DDT stuff. I need to, because I know I'm going to love it. Because he's just fucking insane. But yeah, no, I would have to say, at least as of right now, Takeshita versus Osprey, hands fucking down, is my favorite Takeshita match.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of other Takeshita matches that has happened.
Has he wrestled MJF?
Yes, he has.
I'm pretty sure I remember him wrestling MJF.
That was a good one too. He wrestled MJF. That was a good one. He always, like, it's just always like when you see a Takeshita match, it's always fun.
I mean, he gave Chris Jericho probably the best match in recent memories.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Fucking honestly. I like when he was part of the Elite for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. Ask me some more questions.
Why do you like Takeshita?
Because he's insane and he does the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Lissy's favorite wrestling move is the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Hands down, my favorite wrestling move. No, honestly, so my first exposure to Takeshita was at a live show. It was some Dynamite. I don't remember which one.
But he was on Dark Elevation.
He was on Dark Elevation, and he came out to his generic-ass song.
It's so generic, but it's cool.
And I remember, like, seeing him, and this was when he was still wearing that, like, Cinnabon-colored gear. And I was like, oh, shit, this guy looks pretty cool. I like his gear a lot. And then they were like, you know, DDT's Konosuke Takeshita or something, and I'm like, oh, okay. So, because we were far enough away, so I'm like, oh, a Japanese wrestler. Okay, cool. Let's see what this guy's all about. And then immediately I was just like, holy shit, sign this motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because he's so, like, he's a big motherfucker. Like, he's tall and he's bulky as shit. Like, he's bulked. You know what I mean? Like, he's got muscle. He's a big motherfucker. And the shit that this fucker can pull out of his ass is absolutely fucking insane. And again, he is so fucking young.
Yeah.
He's so young that I genuinely believe in 10, 15 years' time, he is going to be in the conversation, if not already, but in the conversation more widespread as, like, one of the best.
Yeah. He's definitely proving that he is one of the best, and he's like a big bright spot in AEW.
Yeah.
Right now.
Anytime you see him, anytime he has a match, anytime he has a promo, I'm here for it. Everyone's seated. Yeah. Everyone's eyes are on Takeshita. I feel kind of bad, like, which I don't want to say feel bad, because I understand what he was saying. Where he was talking about the hardships coming over from Japan into the Americanized audience, and explaining that, like, no matter how good you think you are, or how much of the best you think you are, like, it doesn't really matter all that much, and you still, like, have to keep, like, you're not just gonna get not handed, but, like, you're not just gonna get the recognition because of something you did somewhere else. Like, it's basically, like, starting over. And he was like, it's a challenge, but it's not, like, a bad thing. He's like, I like being challenged. And I think if I remember correctly, when I was watching the wrestlers at work, he had an interview in it. He was a part of it, because it was during the DDT episode. And I think at the time of he was really young. Like, I want to say maybe he was like 18 or 19.
How old is he now?
I think he's younger than me. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he is. But I think he was talking about how, like, when he started wrestling, I think he was, like, fucking, like, 14?
He's 29.
Oh, he's older than me.
He's 29.
I thought he was younger than me. Well, shit.
He's 29.
But he started wrestling really fucking young. Like, really, really fucking young. Like, I think he was, like, 13 or 14 or something. But what are you looking up?
Just looking at his Wikipedia here.
Oh.
See if it says anything. No, not much. Just, like, his stuff from DDT and stuff like that.
Well, maybe he had to have been like 18 then when, not during the interview, but when he was talking about something in the interview. Basically, like, I think maybe he was 18 when he was on the cover of a wrestling magazine or something that he was talking about. But nonetheless, like, he's been wrestling for a really long time, which is crazy to say for somebody who's 29. But he's still so young, and he is so fucking talented, and the AEW audience is taken to him like fucking glue. Like, they are ride or die with him. Like, I really don't think I've seen many AEW fans, like, not be behind Takeshita.
Yeah, he debuted in 2011, and he was born in 95. He was 16.
16 is when he debuted.
Yeah.
So, but I know he was wrestling, like, in school, like, wrestling schools when he was much younger than that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I fucking love him, and I'm honored to have seen him live. And I still don't like him in the Don Callis family. Like, I guess I get it. But, like, I mean, nonetheless, like, he is still getting the TV time. He is still getting pushed enough. You know what I mean? So,
TV time.
What do you have to say about Takeshita?
I've always liked Takeshita. Like I said, every time I see a Takeshita match on AEW, it's a bright spot. I enjoy the kid.
He's older than you.
I know. I'm just calling him a kid. But I enjoy watching him. He's fun. He's super fun to watch, and I really hope he gets what he fucking deserves one day. That's a belt. Because my God, strap him up, boys.
I hope that one day he's a babyface again, and we can see him talking about Cinnabon.
Yes.
Because I do genuinely miss that. I love when he moved to the States after being signed with AEW. That his Twitter was just like his adventures of moving to the States and all the new things that he's gotten, and he's just like, I got my new washer and dryer, and everyone's like, yay! Like, everyone's just so happy for him. So I hope we get to see babyface Takeshita soon enough again. But yeah, I think
it will eventually happen.
I think that pretty much wraps it up for today.
Yeah.
Anything else you got left to speak on?
I think to like refer to like people asking me questions and everything regarding like my backyard wrestling journey. I put like a poll up and then made like a couple of videos explaining it. But I think I have a bunch of like matches on my YouTube that are unlisted that were either never released or were once released or are released to the world and everything. But I think I'm gonna like week by week, like every Thursday, call it like Throwback Thursdays, I guess. But I think week by week, I'm just going to select like one of my matches and just upload it publicly to my YouTube. Unedited, so you get the raw footage, no commentary, because I ain't doing that shit. The most editing I'll probably do to it is probably like match card picks or whatever, because I'm cool doing that and everything. But that's probably about it. Certain matches won't get uploaded that feature like shit bags and stuff like that, but like key highlight matches will be uploaded and stuff, and maybe like week by week on the podcast I'll explain why I chose that match to upload this week and like kind of like a brief summary about it, not to bore you guys about it and everything. But some people have been asking about it, like, yo, where can I find like X, Y, and Z of you in this match and everything? And it's like, oh, you gotta go here, there, whatever. So to make it easier on everyone and kind of like I have some like unreleased matches that are like really good in my opinion, not to brag or anything, but like unreleased hidden gems that I think people would enjoy seeing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay, well,
yeah.
All right, well, I guess that's going to take us to the end of this now. So thank you guys so much for watching / listening / however you want to call it. If you enjoyed listening to me talk and you want to find places where I'm also at that isn't the YouTube, You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the same handle, which is Lungtar. That is LUNG_TAR. Twitter, of course, I talk lots about wrestling. I'm an Elite fan, so I talk a lot about the Elite on there. Been talking a lot about Jack Perry on there recently. I know he's a part of the Elite, but, that's where we've been at. Instagram, I don't post too much as my usual feed, but I do post more so to my stories, which, again, is a lot about, like, wrestling and sometimes, like, tattoos and fan art and stuff like that. If you wanted to hear my voice along with looking at my face, you could find me on Ronnie Radke's Instagram. You can find me on TikTok at Lungbucks, which is LUNG_BUCKS. It is a play on the Young Bucks because I'm a Young Bucks fan. You can find my video of me talking about Saraya on there, and I don't know, read the comments and have a good laugh because it was kind of funny. Dylan, where can people find you?
You can find me on the Instagram or the Twitter at Danny_line_Valo_line DANI_VALO_. I don't really post much on Instagram except like random bullshit. I'll be posting like more probably like, oh, this is the match I'm picking this week, like what I just referred to, or like I'll probably take a clip of like a cool highlight of that match and be like, oh, this is from this match, blah blah blah, and I post funny stories sometimes on there. And Twitter, I just retweet random shit and avoid discourses anymore because I'm just sick and tired of it all. And I make fun of Dave Meltzer because fuck Dave Meltzer.
Yeah?
Dave, give this 5 stars.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Share this out to your friends, family members, neighbors that you hate, and your grandparents. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.